Luzak, do you want to fix your res real quick? You're the only one who's on
I
res.
can't go any higher.
No,
because
no, no.
my
You're
internet
not
was
on. You're not on 4x3.
Welcome on back, everybody in chat. We now have a Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets glitchless race between Keys, Luzak, Mark, and Jessica.
And I'm here.
Yes, and Tedder is here to commentate.
What's up, Chatterinos? Chatterer-enos? Chatter?
What up?
I don't know how that works.
So, are all our runners ready to go?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We-
just a moment. Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
Also,
right?
why am I mirrored on the stream? Okay, whatever. We can fix it later.
You're mirrored. What the fuck?
For now, we can start, I guess.
Wait, what?
How the fuck?
Wait,
I have no idea on my end.
That's the restreamer's fault, I think.
Yeah, on my OBS I'm fine. Whatever. We can just start and it's gonna be fixed later.
No, we gotta figure this out.
Okay.
Man. This is ridiculous.
Where can we get that picked up quick? And Mark, apparently, can you turn me up?
I
in Discord?
did.
You done that, cool.
All right, it is possible. I don't want to like jinx it, but you might be in the mirror universe.
I mean, yes, that's Poland.
Yeah. You have to speak backwards, so so it comes out normal.
Yuck.
Wait, you can understand, Mark?
Yeah, I speak Marys. Don't worry about it.
Just seeing if Whip is changing Mark's video. Should be fixed.
I don't see.
Is he watching the stream? Well,
Yeah.
probably because he's restreaming it.
We fixed now, so tweep, so...
Yeah, fixed.
Let's go.
Yep, there we go. Yep, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. Luzak, you can go. Wait, is this stream frozen?
Luzak is...
Okay,
Got a little bit.
Alright, do you want to do a reset?
I'm gonna catch up.
Okay.
Oh.
Hardcore.
Alright. Welcome everybody to HP2 Glitchless, aka the best Harry Potter speedrun category. So, here's the first big skip. Oh, I forgot to mention this, but for everyone who gets branch jump, I'm going to be donating the price of a Taco Bell cheesy gordita crunch.
Now we're telling kids?
So that's 2 people. The only person left is Luzak. Let's see if he's gonna have it. Ooh, just barely misses it. But yes, this skips about 10 seconds of just walking through the level. It's the first major kind of skip, I guess you could say, because it skips a big portion of the level. It just doesn't happen to save that much time because you still have to travel to the end. Alright, it looks like Keys and Jessica are just about tied coming out of Willow. Also, if you're wondering, going on that upper area is not actually out of bounds. You're still inside of the map, you're just not in the part where you would normally play.
Not intended, I guess.
No, we're gonna do a lot of things that are not intended. Actually, the category is known for having actually more skips than any %, I believe. Which is why I like it so much, because we don't Quidditch Warp, we don't Brightness Boost, there's no wall walks to skip Scourge. You're gonna see some creative ways to get through levels faster. The other big thing about this cat is that you have the worst RNG of any Harry Potter 2 category, pretty much, maybe aside from like Hundo. Because they're gonna lose potentially up to like 30 seconds after the first level. It's just random what house points that Slytherin has compared to yours. So that can really shake things up in a race. Like, you might be like the world record holder, but you could lose to someone who's, like 20 places down on the leaderboard if you get bad RNG. So yep, doing a little jump on the staircase to get up faster, you can see from Jessica.
I have Zab on my side, so I hope I have his RNG on my side as well.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think any runners are gonna be checking RNG beforehand, so we're gonna see in real time who gets fastest. And actually, because that RNG, they're gonna intentionally be bad students here.
Tänk inte ens på mig. Och koncentrera dig på symbolen framför
Which
dig.
is actually really nice because fake inputs
Den kommer att
are
börja
really
röra
bad
sig
on
längs
this lesson.
symbolen. Precis när
The game does not do a good job of detecting whether you've actually pressed these arrow keys or not, so sometimes it'll say that you missed one even when you didn't, and it's literally, it's like, it eats like, I don't know, like 1 in 20 runs. It's really bad.
Round 1. Kör.
Loses a bunch of time, so it's nice to not have to worry about it. Everyone's pretty much made it to Rick December here. We have time for a few chat messages or
10
donations.
minutes.
Väldigt nära.
Chat is just saying what's more creative than changing brightness. Imagine doing glitchless. And asking whether Zab is with Mark.
Oops.
Väldigt nära.
Oh, and telling us to change the title because we are still in debug showcase with SLS. In the,
yeah, no, this
in
is
the
actually
title.
a special debug mode for the X. Okay, Luzak decided that he wants to do the arrow keys
Väldigt
apparently.
nära.
Oh,
Nice.
already another round. Oops.
I
We'll
don't
see
know.
how it goes.
New route.
En gång till.
Oh, I'm still playing.
He's trying something a little different this time around. I haven't seen this one before.
Ooh.
Alright, Mark's in the lesson now. First room, pretty straightforward. You just hit the crab in.
Okej, Harry.
He's gonna do a
Jag
big
tror att
jump,
du har gjort tillräckligt.
moving object boost off of this to get up faster. Oh, falls a little short, takes some damage. The damage shouldn't really matter because there's lots of places to get health in this level. We will see some tighter health routing later in the run, but up until about Defindo, health is irrelevant in this category. You'll also notice that they're not pause casting, so if you're familiar with any other category in this game, other than maybe Hundo Glitchless, normally players will go into the map or the pause menu between casting spells to reset the spellcast timer. You're not allowed to do that in Glitchless, it's considered a glitch. I'll be mentioning what is allowed and what isn't allowed kind of as we get to it. This challenge is actually mostly the same as any percent, except that we do not hit the out of bounds trigger at the end of the level, so they will have to actually get the house points for this challenge, hence where the RNG. Alright, and those crabs are actually on a cycle, they're always in the same spot every time if you get there at the same time. So it actually looks like Keys and Mark are pretty much tied. Again, they're gonna grab. Oh, they both got it first try. That's pretty sick. So they grab that little ledge because it's actually grabbable. The developers just left that in for some reason. I'm gonna try not to get trolled by these switches. Oh, looks like Jessica caught up, and she's actually now overtaken. Really, really close so far. The RNG is kind of going to determine who's going to be ahead or behind in the early game. Right. And then just like any percent, they're going to jump across the pit, but they're not going to be able to boost. You are allowed to get a little push from that door, though. Alright, looks like everyone pretty much took it a little bit safe, which is not to be surprised from a marathon setting. Falling down there loses a lot of time. Let's see if Mark can get, let's see if Keys can get a nice jump. Nice job, Keys going fast there. Mark bonking a little bit. So that's a small time save, jumping through those wooden bars. It really helps to cut those seconds off. Alright, Keys opting not to take a better line on here. Mark cuts the corner. It's those little time saves that can actually be the difference between winning and losing, you never know. Luzak jumping a little late. Sorry. And these crabs, they're gonna try to snipe the crabs out of midair, but it's actually really difficult. And Jessica got a nice early lead here. It could vanish in a moment though.
I hate these crabs.
Yeah, so if you don't know, these crabs can actually, I don't want to say soft lock you, but they can really troll you, and sometimes they don't go where you shoot them.
That's why I always
And you
go
just
for
gotta
backups.
pray. Yeah, you just gotta pray that the crabs kind of behave, because there's very, like, there is one extra crab in case one of them goes in the wrong spot. And it looks like Jessica is the first to finish with December, closely followed by Keys. Mark and Luzak are not that far behind though. Alright, now we see who gets good RNG and who gets bad RNG.
Pause temp.
Yeah. They're gonna want to only spend like 10 or 15 seconds in the bean bonus room, ideally, but there's nothing they can do to influence it.
15 is
So-
not possible if I remember correctly.
Not bad.
It's 10 or 20 and then...
10 or 20.
52.
Okay, so Jessica got really bad RNG. Looks like Keys got also pretty bad, and so did Mark.
I
Classic.
didn't see correctly, but I think Safik with 2 in the end. Definitely Safik with 2 in the end, probably 52.
Yeah, so it looks like
That is right.
Keys and Jessica got very similar RNGs, and Mark, I think they all did. Yeah, it looks like no one got the good RNG. That's just kind of the brutal reality of this category. Normally, all 4 of these runs would be resets.
But in race scenario, it's actually perfect. Because we are kind of
Yep.
even.
Yep, yeah, they're all pretty much even, except for Luzak, who looks to have
I
gotten...
think I got a better RNG, but I did the arrows. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Luzak kind of screwed himself over there. And now we're into Quidditch practice, which is a pure auto-scroller. The only way to save time here is by catching the snitch first frame. There's no other way to speed it up.
You can also lose time.
You can lose time though. So yeah, notice how Jessica was ahead coming out of Rick 2, but now Keys is a little bit ahead. Oh, they're practically tied. Keys just edged her out a little because of the RNG. But it's really interesting here to see all 4 players pretty much still on the same pace.
Quidditch-skydd. Se till att du inte tar så mycket skada av dunkarna och den andra sökaren. Du kan inte fånga kvicken om den andra sökaren är för nära dig. Så är Harry. Du har det
Yeah, not
nästan.
much to do in this split, mostly just trying to take good lines. Keys
Yeah, you
doing
want to
an extra
explain
jump for good
why
luck.
we play in Swedish?
Sure, it's the fastest language basically. The dialogue is shorter. Yeah, so if you're wondering why you can't understand anything and why they're all speaking Swedish, it's just because you get much shorter dialogue lines. It actually makes quite a bit of difference, like 20 seconds at least. I think. All right. So these runners really do not want to soft lock. There is a chance when you brew a potion here that your game will completely soft lock and you won't be able to continue, so they're just taking this very safe. If you try to brew the potion too early, the cutscene breaks. So you're also going to see, you're going to see Keys jumping whenever he has to walk up a slope. Yep, you can see Mark doing it there too. That's actually a faster form of movement, because even though Harry's slightly slower when he's in the air, in Unreal Engine, if you're walking up a sloped surface, you don't move the same speed horizontally. Like it actually accounts for this. You always move at the same speed in the direction that the ground is going. So it actually takes longer to climb slanted surfaces. So they want to jump. You'll also notice that they, just like at 80%, they are always casting spells in midair. That lets them, that removes the speed cap when you jump. So it allows them to accelerate back up to full running speed, because normally the game caps you to 200 units a second when you jump, but walking speed is 210. So here's actually the second part of quote-unquote RNG in this game. Like I mentioned before, the input system for these arrow keys is super not robust. So it's actually possible the game fails you even if you hit everything correctly. And this is the first spot where it can happen. And if it's gonna happen, it usually happens here. So it's almost guaranteed that at least one person is gonna get trolled here.
Bra Harry. Du har gått vidare till
It
nästa
loses
nivå av
about 15
lektionen.
seconds,
5 poäng
depending
till
on which round
Gryffindor.
you get it in.
Rond 2. Kör!
And Zabak had 3 faked boosts on Scourge.
Bra Harry!
On
Du
his
har gått
race.
vidare till nästa nivå av lektionen.
Nice. I didn't
10
even know that was
poäng till
possible.
Gryffindor. Rond 3. Kör!
Marathon luck being real right now.
Yeah.
Or not right now for Zaba, I guess.
Yeah, like Marathon luck overrides Zaba luck.
Oh.
So far, it looks like so Keys made it out safely. Mark is about to make it out safely.
Bra! Du har klarat
So yeah, because this is
alla de
glitchless, we
nödvändiga
cannot
övningarna.
do Scourge skips. They're gonna have to
15
play
poäng
through the
till
entire
Gryffindor.
level, but there are still plenty of cool tricks that you're gonna see. They're gonna do a boost off of this platform. Actually, they're not gonna push it all the way. They're just because in this game, when you jump off of something that's moving, you inherit whatever speed it has, so you can use that to cross that gap faster. See Mark about to go for it. Also, you might see people actually jumping on top of creatures. Nice, that was really clean by Mark. He didn't even get a ledge grab.
Ektoplasma gör att du förlorar livskraft.
Thieves fight is
Ju längre kontakt du har med
pretty
ektoplasma,
straightforward.
desto mer
His
livskraft.
AI is a little weird though, so you kind of have to know how to deal with it. Keys takes care of him really nicely though. Now we see Jessica doing the fight. Let's see how she does. Looks like she might have missed a few casts, yeah. But overall, pretty good. Alright, so Keys just hit switch skip. You're gonna see it from Jessica coming up. The way this works is that moving objects in this game, when they think that you're blocking them, they have a few possible behaviors. One of them is to just stop moving so as not to crush you. And for some reason, that mover is set to stop moving. So if you kind of jump in the corner, you can skip that whole little area. Also, these pressure plates in the snail room that Jessica's in, they forgot to make it so you have to actually activate them with a snail. You can just walk on top of them. So you can skip pushing the snails in there, saves a bit of time. And then we're also going to see scale skip from Keys. The triggers on that little scale are misplaced, so you can actually step on the scale without causing it to go down if you only touch the edge. And that skips a whole room, actually. That's just about it for Scourge. It's a really cool level in this run, in my opinion. Yeah, Mark gets it flawlessly. Let's see what Luzak's fight's like. Really good. Oh, if you'd only hit that cast, that would have been a really good fight. He accidentally casts on the gargoyle. That loses a little bit of time. Alright, Mark's out. Let's see if Luzak can get the skip. Yep, he does it. You're also going to see them avoiding challenge stars in some cases, because if they get too many challenge stars, they're going to go back into being bonus room, and that's basically run over.
You're never sure, Avram.
Alright, now they're heading into Dungeon Quest, which is probably like one of the first, I would say, hard levels of the run, potentially, where you can lose a lot of time. I mean, you can lose time anywhere, but like this is like the first kind of technically demanding section, I would say. It's not quite as bad as any percent where you've got the brightness boost at the beginning, but there's still a lot of pitfalls.
So I'm not sure, Avram, if that was compliment for me or insult for Zaba.
I'm not reading chat right now, so I can't say what he said.
Sure, Zaba isn't
I was
playing.
just saying that, yeah, are we sure that Zabba isn't playing instead?
He was probably trying to be nice. I don't think any of them are going to go for it, but there is a fast strat to push these crabs in. You can glitch out the crabs. Remember when I said that the crabs in Rictus Emperor don't behave? Well, they don't behave here either sometimes, and it's possible to get one to just slide across the floor directly into the trap. That was a strat popularized by Nixo. So 3 out of 4 haven't gone for it. So actually flashbacks to I think was it exactly a year ago when I got that in a glitchless run? Or was that 2 years ago? In a marathon, I don't know. I did a glitchless marathon run and I actually got the crab to go right in. That was good memories. Intentionally, they're gonna fall down here, and they are gonna go through this maze just by hitting those 2 switches. It's the optimal solution. They also got to be careful not to camera lock themselves, because if you hit the 2 maze switches too quickly, the cutscenes overlap, and then you can't see what you're doing. But these guys know how to avoid it. And there's actually 2 options here. You can just fall down and take the damage, or you can... Ah, look what Mark just did there. He grabbed the ledge to skip the damage. That might save him time later on. We'll see whether that actually has an effect. Alright, now if you watch Jessica, she's gonna do wheel skip. Luzak went for the trick, but he didn't quite get it. Oh no, she's not gonna do wheel skip. Never mind. We'll see Mark doing it though. So Mark is gonna die real quick. That was unintentional. Remember how I said that this is the first technically difficult level? Alright, he just makes it. Keys is just plowing on ahead. He's widening his lead even more. If he can hold on to this, he's probably gonna win. But like anything can happen still. There's still so much run left. Yeah, so what Mark did there, he skipped the puzzle. It's not really a puzzle, it's just kind of a platforming section. Missed a jump.
Yeah, no spell tech because of the crap.
Alright, Keys is gonna be on his way to mess Malfoy up. Ideally, you want to do this duel. The fastest way to do it is in 2 hits. We cannot do dual glitch in this category, so you actually have to beat Malfoy. But you can take him down in 2 hits, and we're gonna see if Keys does the fast strat. He's going for the normal strat. You just want to lure Malfoy to one side and then the other side, and perfect. Flawless.
Oh.
Alright. Here's Luzak going for wheel skip. Nice. He invalidates his run though by getting a wall walk.
For real?
Yeah.
Nice.
He's going for some interesting strats. So that strat's actually not allowed in Glitchless. So I couldn't see if Keys went for run bounce, but I hope he did.
No, I missed the beginning
I
of.
completely forgot about it. So.
At least you went for it though. That's all that matters. All right, Mark takes down Malfoy. Let's see if he can get a run bounce. It looks like he will. No, just barely misses it. Your timing has to be good. I don't know if Jessica got it though. I wasn't looking. So it'll be interesting to see which runner opts to actually do these arrow keys, because not doing them only loses a few seconds in this language.
Yeah, I won't.
3 seconds in this language. So most people in a marathon would probably opt to take a 3-second time loss here instead of the chance of getting a fake input.
That makes sense.
But you can obviously, it's a marathon, you can do it however you want to.
Imagine Luzak going for it now. He's going for all the strats, even the ones not allowed.
Apparently. Okay, so Jessica is opting to actually do the arrow keys, so props to her.
Risky.
Yeah, not that risky though. Mark is doing them too. These are usually fine. Especially when you're behind in a race, it's probably a good idea to go for them.
5 poäng till Gryffindor. Rond 2.
Yep, so it looks like the Jessica, Keys, and Mark still pretty close to each other. Mark just a little further behind.
Bra, Harry. Du har gått vidare till nästa nivå.
And this level is also going to be very different from any percent because of the lack of defend escape. You're going to see them play through the whole level. And they're gonna make use of this, the snail AI. The snails charge at you when you're in their vision, and they actually, when they're charging, they move faster than when you're pushing them with Flipendo. So a few times in this level, they're gonna try to get the snails to rush them down intentionally to move them into place. Right. He's doing an extra hit on that snail. 2 hits is optimal. Sometimes you can't get it though. Also, watch out. This Horclump cutscene is so important that you can't skip it. gonna skip that little platform by just standing on the platform as they cut the rope. They're just gonna pop down. So Defendo is one of the longest challenges. Takes up a good amount of the run, at least like 5 minutes, I think.
Djurklumpsvampar kan släppa ut ett moln av giftig gas, Harry. Undvik dem, eller använd Defendo för att skära av deras fot. När du har skilt en djurklump från
You're just gonna do another moving object boost and then snipe that rope. Nice. So this is where health might come into play if these guys take too much damage. So it looks like Keys is taking a hit. It is possible to die in this level. It doesn't usually happen, but the greater issue is going to be later on.
Taggiga stickplantor skjuter ut sina taggar om du kommer för nära.
Not die in arrow gog and stuff like that. You do want to end the game. You want to get to the snake fight with most of your health and your potion intact. He's tried to do another boost. He opts to grab the frog, which I think is a good decision considering that it's a marathon. Although, yeah, especially because he got hit by the pixie, you can see playing a marathon run is actually very different than going for attempts like that, just like that. Anything can happen. He has to restart all the way from the beginning of Defendo. So those pixies are on a cycle. So the reason that happened to him was because he failed the object boost. So normally those pixies wouldn't be there. So you really gotta make sure you know the game and prepare for everything going into these runs. So yeah, he takes a death there, losing his lead. Mark gets past with no problem. Jessica looks like she's doing well as well. Yeah, Mark and Jessica just about tied now. He's with a major time loss. So it actually looks like Jessica's playing it a little bit safe, and yeah, she's grabbing the frog. Not a bad idea in a marathon run, like I've said, to get extra health because you can die in this game, especially later on. You'll see that come into play at the very end. Alright, looks like Mark made the cycle in this level. If you get here fast enough, you can lure that snail into the trap. And Mark does indeed get there very quickly. But he opts not to push the middle snail in and instead waits on the other snail's cycle. Interesting. That's actually going to lose him a little bit of time if Jessica can pick up on that. She does. Alright, sick. So she's going to actually gain a few seconds on him just by doing that. Actually. Although it looked like she got an extra push, so I don't know if that actually saved any time at all. Mark is going to try not to squish himself between these two things or fall into the hole. He does a good job. It's very easy to die there, actually, in that room because of how the physics works. I've definitely lost runs to this room with the two ropes and the two platforms. Jessica gets a small little boost. Now it looks like Mark is coming up to the section where you would normally be right off the bat 90%. So he's going to lure the first snail over, get it over there quickly. Because remember, you can't pause cast in this category. So we have to make the snails kind of move on their own. It looks like everybody made the cycle. So we were seeing some pretty solid gameplay so far from all our contenders. And Mark is out of there. He's taken the lead.
Tell me, should I or not?
It's conferring with his friend Zappa.
Yep. Discussing if I should go for a strat.
Yeah, so the next strat they're going to debate doing is Shroom Stack. It's a slightly more advanced trick. I didn't even cover it in my tutorial. Basically, I mean, well, we're going to see whether he does it or not. It all depends on how big his balls are. Alright, he gets the good RNG, but kind of flubs up the movement a little bit. So normally, if you can get a mushroom to land on that lip, you can get up a little faster, except you kind of cancel it out by screwing up the movement. Alright, let's see if Mark can secure his lead by getting a 6 shroom stack. He's going for it, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Attaboy. So Mark's actually, what he's going to do, he's going to abuse the physics. Oh, he made a slight mistake there. That might ruin everything. So the hitboxes, I think he's recovered though. I don't think he's going to save time.
Never
As you
mind.
can see.
It's
he
literally on top
fails.
of it.
No!
It's literally
No,
on
he
top of
failed
it.
on this step.
Literally on top of it, unrecoverable.
So what happened there was, so these tentacula plants, they have 3 hitboxes. They have 2 for each stem and 1 on their body. Alright, Mark being smart and grabbing a frog there, that's definitely the best play.
But just
Alright, so he
just
bailed
say
on
no.
the shroom stack. What were you saying?
To Zaba. Just, he should have told me no. Blame him.
You're responsible for your own run, buddy.
Wait, am I? That's weird.
Anyway, so yeah, the Venomous Tentacula can be very annoying because if the spell doesn't hit them in the right way, they will not die. Normally, unless you cut both stems, they will not stop moving, and you need them to not interfere with you if you're going to stack the mushrooms on top of each other. Looks like Keys got bad luck, so he had to manually pick up the mushroom and move it into a better spot. So despite that time loss, Mark is still ahead by a little bit. And here, just going to go for probably one of the bigger tricks in the run. It's the Dumbledore skip. Normally, there's a cutscene here you have to watch, and he gets it. That's beautiful. Jessica
Dropped off
also
the railing,
attempting
but
to skip.
whatever.
She gets it too. We've got some nice consistency here, ladies and gentlemen. And they're nearly neck and neck, only a few seconds separating them. So yes, that is trickier than it looks, I will say. Really nice to see the runners pulling it off here. Great performances so far. Normally you have to watch the cutscene of Nick being petrified. You get taken to Dumbledore's office, but because they completely skip the trigger, they just don't have to go to Dumbledore's office. Yeah, they're in the Bit of Goyle level now. Here's this jump can eat runs. It's happened to me before, so they're just gonna skip a little puzzle here. Or I don't know if it's a puzzle, but oh, Mark's making it with not much room to spare. He gets a long ledge grab. Ideally, you want to get no ledge grab. Jessica opts to not do the trick at all because she doesn't want to lose the run like Mark almost just did. So she went for the safety, the intended strats. So now you can see exactly what Mark skipped, basically. It's nice. Nice to see that little comparison. And Mark forgets to jump up the slope.
Yes, I did.
So yeah, like I mentioned, jumping on slopes, always faster. So it might look like Keys is out of this race, but like I said before, absolutely anything can happen in HP2 Glitchless. You know, we could see like 3 more deaths. It's not impossible. You know, for any runner, it's even the best runners. Anyone can choke in this game. So looks like Mark widens his lead. Jessica opting for another safety frog. She misses both. That's gonna lose her some precious seconds that she needs to catch up. Yeah, so the frogs have AI too, and they can dodge you, and they will dodge you. Oh, Mark gets stopped by a Scourge and loses some health. That's gonna force him to take a health pickup.
My coach says the same.
So ideally you wanna... Oh, takes an extra ledge grab by accident, doesn't manage his movement properly.
What? Okay.
He gets another extra ledge grab. The game does not like him today. So yes, he jumped straight across, skipped having to climb up on the hay bales. Or no, he does climb up the hay bale. I don't know what that skips actually. But yes, he's at the end of Goyle now. He's solidly in the lead here. Alright, it's good. Neither runner got trolled by the shrub. If you don't know that, the spiky bushes, if they damage you while you're in a ledge grab animation, your character will be locked in place for like 5 or 10 seconds. But no one got it so far. Let's see if Keys can brave the Scourge Room. Opts to shoot the Pixie, probably a good idea. And he takes it nice and easy and gets through with no issue, taking the save book. Always important to take the save books in a marathon run.
Game
Alright,
clear
Mark.
after my death.
Yep, so Mark has almost full health. Let's see if he's going to go for the advanced strat here. He is. He's got no
Never mind.
fear, and he makes it. He didn't make the perfect strat, but he's alive, and that's all that matters right now. There's still more health pickups left. So he took a slightly suboptimal way of doing it there, but that is essentially what you want to do. You want to just fall down. As you can see, Jessica is going for a few more safety strats from Mark, and that's ultimately why she's not ahead here. Interesting to note, Mark failed Shroom Stack, and he's still beating her, so it looks like overall going for the difficult strats is paying off for him. Because he was behind her before, if you remember, and he caught up. So if he keeps playing like this, he's on track to win the whole race, but still very close. In fact, there's a big deciding factor coming up, which is bridge skip in the Slytherin common room. To skip a puzzle, they're going to be jumping across using some very tight movement. Mark getting a little bit trolled by the weird collision detection in this room. And also getting gnomed. That could have been avoided, probably. Alright, here Mark's going to be the first one to attempt it. He is going to try to make it across this bridge. This is an unintended strat. So this is what I meant when I said Glitchless has a lot of skips. Oh, he slightly misses the thing, but that's totally fine. Doesn't lose that much time. Alright, he's going to try to, with tight movement, to get all the way across the bridge, and he does it. You love to see the consistency coming out here today. He's going to cut a corner here and cast the Lumos. He is home free in this level, folks.
And the cycle is gonna be weird.
And looks like Jessica makes it. And she actually gained a small bit of time on him with that. She opts not to cut the corner though. It looks like she doesn't want to take any chances, and that actually might pay off if she ends up... If something happens to Mark, she's going to be in the lead. She's only one missed trick away from that happening. So, you know, don't knock her strategy just yet. She actually has more health than him, so that's going to save her time as well.
Harry Potter? Nej, han kan inte vara här.
Although I would point out that neither of them have full health, so she is going to probably opt for a frog. The question is, will Mark grab 2 frogs? Alright, let's see what Keys is doing. Luzak failing bridge skip and Keys failing it too, putting them both even further behind. They are going to need something big to happen in order to catch up. Mark with some nice staircase movement. Keys is really struggling here.
Keep jumping too early.
He's got to get out of this level if he wants to have any chance. He's got it though.
Koncentrera dig på symbolen framför dig.
This is where stuff like muscle memory really starts to come into play. how many
Trollstaven som
hours you
dyker upp
put into the
framför dig kommer
category.
att röra sig längs formen.
Makes a big
När
difference.
trollstaven är placerad precis över pilen trycker du på motsvarande piltangent för att träffa målet. Den här övningen består av 3 delar.
And they're also about to
Varje
enter
del måste du
Spongify,
träffa
which
alla
has a
spetsar
few
i rätt
skips as
ordning
well.
för att få fortsätta.
Notably, it's the only instance of Spongify storage abuse that we use in this route. Yeah, one of the great things about HP2 Glitchless, all these levels that you skip, Defendo, Spongify, you get to see the whole level basically beaten
Bra,
in the most
Harry.
efficient
Du
way.
har gått vidare till nästa rond. 5 poäng till Gryffindor.
It's really a nice showcase of how to optimize gameplay of this game without using big skips, big glitches.
Ted, I am being asked to ask you to call time whenever
Du har gått
people
vidare till
finish.
nästa rond.
Okay,
10 poäng till Gryffindor.
I will do so.
Rond 3, kör.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. It looks like Luzak resets his local splits. You can see the lives pop up right there. I don't blame him. He does not want to have this saved as PB because he did invalidate his run in Dungeon Quest.
Härligt grabben. Du har klarat alla
I don't even see my life split.
15 poäng till Gryffindor.
Mark is pretty much exactly 1 Eriki round ahead of Jessica right now. So they're still pretty close. And despite all the time loss, Keys actually not as far behind as you might think. He's on Erikis as well. Right. Mark is gonna do a weird little wall hugging motion there. That is to skip a trigger. Normally there is a trigger you hit when entering this room that raises that gridiron platform. He's gonna completely skip it. And let's see if he can get smooth movement. Kind of bonks in the decanter a little, and his spell didn't hit. So he's gonna have to just take a moment to lose his Spongify storage also, so that's gonna be a little bit slow. Nothing to worry about though. That is definitely fast enough. See how Jessica does in the same room. Oh, she bonks on the platform. I've never seen that before. And she opts for a ledge grab. So I think right now, honestly, the difference between them is mostly game knowledge. Yeah, she doesn't go for decanter jump at all. So you can see Mark really, he's putting his experience to use. He's trying to get every time save that he can within reason. And he has a clean Spongify. I mean, I really think that's going to be the deciding factor. He's jumping on the slopes. He's going for shroom stick. He's going shroom stack. Sorry, he's pulling out all the stops, and it's paying off.
Är du intresserad av ett byte?
So coming into Forest, the only question here is, will his health be an issue? Because this run could turn in a second if Mark loses his potion. Although with the way that she's been playing, I would say that Jessica is probably gonna brew an extra potion when she gets to Snake. Just a guess. So if Mark can avoid that, he can basically cement his victory as long as he doesn't make any other mistakes. Alright, now we're in the MV Hagrid cutscene, as we like to call it. Basically a break in the run. Let's see if Keys can get so much by storage abuse. Hey, that's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent trick. Excellent execution there.
Det minsta Hogwarts kan göra är att se till att saken som dödade flickan blir slaktad. Det var inte han. Han skulle aldrig...
He doesn't go for it. Makes sense. It really doesn't save that much time, and it can mess you up and potentially kill you. Oh my god!
Pixie,
okay.
holy fuck.
So what just happened is Keys just hit his head on a Pixie. Hopefully that's not foreshadowing for Pixie Proxy later. But he still made the jump. Luzak fails to hit the block there. He's just having all kinds of problems today. Alright, looks like Mark is out of the cutscene and he's heading to Forest. Again, the Forest level, not super difficult, but it is possible to die in multiple places. It's possible to fail the Forest Bridge skip. It's possible to lose losing your potion, just the biggest issue that Mark's got to worry about. Because you got to be sure that even though he's in the lead, he's going to be playing as here. You cannot let up for a second in this category. Right, Frog is nice to him, and let's see if he can avoid damage. He does, like a pro. He's gonna go for a little trick here, again skipping another trigger. That's a common theme in a lot of tricks in this game. Normally that bridge crumbles under you when you try to walk across it, but you can jump to the side and avoid it. Oh, he takes a hit. It's not looking good. If he takes 2 more hits, I think he's gonna lose his potion. So he was actually so fast there that the pixie was kind of in his way. Luckily there's a second frog, which he obviously is going to grab here. So it looks like his health is going to be okay. Again, it is possible to get hit like a bunch of times on the Aragog fight, so you don't know. Here comes Jessica with a nice, looks like a nice, ooh, she fails it, but gets the backup. It's not that slow to fail that. Mark's gonna probably want to kill these imps just to be safe, and oh, he pays for it! So this is where we're gonna see, is his cavalier approach to this category going to cost him? So who's gonna win, the tortoise or the hare right now? Takes us another damage to those mushrooms. Probably insignificant.
The coach is laughing.
Here's the Aragog fight. If Mark loses his potion, that's bad news, probably. But his lead might actually be enough so that it doesn't even matter. He might have gotten enough of a cushion. Yeah, so he dodges the spiders. He's probably not going to take damage in Aragog. He's done this fight hundreds of times. Dodges to the side. He's also failing bridge skip. So it's interesting, like we saw earlier, Kees had that early lead, but it all changed. And again, Mark was behind. He opts to drink his potion.
I walked into the web that was on the ground.
Oh, okay. So that might be an issue. We'll see. I actually predict that it's not even going to matter. It looks. I didn't notice. Did anyone see? Did Jessica lose her potion, or did she just have full health? I was focusing on Mark. I think she still has her potion.
I do have my potion, yeah.
She does. So she's got. If she wants to win, she's probably gonna have to leverage that time save and go and not brew a potion later. We'll see. If she keeps going at the pace she's going, she has a pretty guaranteed. She's guaranteed second place right now. So let's see if she really wants the gold medal. Again, whoever gets, if he gets anything can change in chamber because there's so many hard tricks. She could go for Scourge Snipe, Mark could fail Scourge Snipe. You never know what's gonna happen. Yeah, this is her chance to catch back up. Basically her final opportunity. Yeah, Mark's messing up. He doesn't even go for it after 2 attempts. So if Jessica gets that first try, I think she has just enough time save because she can skip brewing a potion. Although, if Mark keeps his health, he can also skip brewing a potion, but he's probably going to take at least one hit in the crab room. So it's interesting to see which strategy is going to win out here. Yeah, Mark doesn't go for chamber jump. I don't blame him. I would not go for that strat in a marathon either. Heck, I wouldn't even go for it in an RPA run probably, unless I needed to. Oh, she's not doing Scourge Snipe. She's banking on the fact that Mark's is gonna... She's just hoping he's gonna mess up somewhere, I guess. And I think he just has. It looks like he's... Yes, he screwed up Pixie Proxy. He did not take a death, though. He's going for the backup, and... No, he does take a death! This is her chance. Can she do it? All she needs is like a first try Pixie Proxy. He screws it up again. Can he actually... No! He gets a wall walk and he dies. It doesn't invalidate his run, though.
No.
Yeah, Mark is on a really bad cycle here. I don't think he can even get Pixie Proxy necessarily. He's throwing the run right now. She's catching up to him. Oh, I think that's good though. Oh no, he missed the pad! He can no longer do Pixie Proxy without dying. Yeah, there he goes. He's having some real trouble. And Jessica's taking it slow and steady. She's gonna overtake him. Unless he gets it right here. That looked good. Oh no, he gets a wall walk. She's ahead, ladies and gentlemen.
I love this strat. This strat is the greatest thing in this game.
I told you anything can happen in HP2 Glitchless. Jessica's overtaken Mark now because he was on a bad cycle. And she's just going right now. This is her chance to win the whole thing. Consistency has won out, it looks like, unless something bad happens on the stage. She's taken quite a few hits there. So yeah, Mark actually isn't that far behind. She's only got a slight lead, so I think it's all gonna come down to who brews potions and who doesn't, or whoever has a better snake fight. Oh, she gets a long grab on that jump. That's a little risky. Mark is probably gonna try to go as fast as possible here if he wants to get his lead back. He also gets a long ledge grab. You gotta wonder if he's getting those nerves are getting to him now that he could lose the race. Alright. Oh no, Jessica taking a death. Maybe she should stick to her strategy of slow and steady. She's only barely ahead now. And she does it again! Her lead is vanished before her eyes. Mark is back on pace despite failing Pixie Proxy with 3 or 4 times. Okay, she gets the trick. Mark's gone already. I don't know if she can catch him again. This is coming down to the wire.
Right.
This might as well be tied because the snake is just such a variable. There's so much to the snake fight. Anything can happen. Mark's getting a potion like I thought he would. Even though he has mostly full health, it's probably a good idea. I mean, maybe he's trying to copy Jessica's strategy a little that has worked for her. They are so close right now. So all it takes is 1 extra cycle, I think, for... If Mark gets an extra cycle, he might actually lose. I'm not sure. So Jessica's smart. I think she's gonna make a decision. I don't know whether she's gonna brew a potion or not. She's going for it. She doesn't need any extra potions. She's got enough health. Although she's dodging the fires and takes a hit anyway. So it looks like that was not the right play. Yeah, she drinks her potion. Okay. There's so many twists and turns here today. this snake boss is probably actually the hardest part of the run. It's all gonna come down to who has the best fight here. Ideally, you want to get a 3 cycle. You want to do 4 hits to him at least each cycle. Mark is getting a pretty clean fight. He dies? Jessica's gonna win unless she dies.
I got one shot somehow.
So critically, there are no iframes on this fight. So you gotta make sure that you are dodging as well as shooting. Ooh, Jessica misses a shot. I don't know if she's gonna get 3 cycle, although if she can get another hit and maybe she can save it. No, she doesn't get him off. But she could also die, you never know. She seems to be not taking that many risks. She's still ahead of Mark, but can she really pull it off here? She's not getting that many hits in, so I don't know. She just really needs to be aggressive. Come on. Ooh, she's missing a lot of shots. Mark with his snake knowledge maybe paying off here. He's doing damage boosts. Well, she only needs 1 more hit. She's finished the snake. And the end of the run is going to come up. It ends when she loads the Great Hall, so I'm going to call it out. Yes, she's won, ladies and gentlemen. And time. Wow, what a performance.
GG.
Luzak taking a death. Overall, what a close race at the end. Even Keys isn't that far behind. All right, time's coming up for Mark. And time. So yeah, all 4 people ended up, I don't know if you saw it, but there was a moment where everyone was on the snake fight at the same time.
Oh, I was actually behind PB since Bicorn. So.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Didn't know I could do it.
Like, what a performance out here. Oh my god, Keys gets taken down. It's hard to explain kind of what it's like fighting the snake in this game. It's infuriating, I would say. He's very random, and he can burst you. He can kill you in less than a second if you get unlucky, like Keys just did. It's really not entirely up to the runners whether they live or die. There is plenty of randomness. So if you see people dying here, it's not a surprise, honestly. This guy eats plenty of runs. It looks like Keys has pretty much got the strats down, though. He just kind of got unlucky earlier. He's gonna... Well, actually, it's unfortunately Luzak's disqualified, so it's a guaranteed 3rd for Keys. No matter what happens here. Yeah, he's got that. That is like a nice snake fight coming out from him. That's what you'd want in like a PB. And Luzak, I think, is also about to finish. Time's coming up for Keys. And time.
Oh, there we go.
And then I will call it for Luzak as well. And time. And that's it. What a roller coaster that was. I don't know how many people in the chat, raise your hand if you just thought Mark was going to take this easy. I bet a lot of people counted Jessica out when they saw that she wasn't going for the difficult strats. She was taking things nice and steady, but she pulled it off. How do you feel about that performance, Jessica, right now?
Yeah, I really don't know. Like, I was the slowest on the list, and yeah, according to PB, I had the slowest PB.
And yet you won.
So I didn't know I could do it, but yeah, as you said, I didn't go for the risky strats, so that's maybe why I won.
Yeah, I think your strategy definitely paid off. I mean, I don't think you even made. Did you even make any mistakes really throughout the run other than the deaths at Chamber Bridge?
I think some little things, but not major.
Yeah, so consistency really kind of helped you out. Did this beat your PB?
No, it did not. It was 20 seconds slower, 28.
Still, that is
Yeah.
to get it, folks, to get a marathon run within 20 seconds of your PB is pretty much that's more than most people. You know, that's all you can ask.
And normally I would
performance.
reset after the beam bonus room because it was real bad RNG. I lost, I think I lost 25 seconds in the beam bonus room.
Yeah, so to lose 25 seconds and still get within 20 seconds of PB, I mean, that's just a great performance. So congratulations.
Thanks.
And I just want to ask Mark real quick, what was going through your head while you were playing the Pixie Proxy room?
I mean, Pixie Proxy went exactly as I expected it to go.
Yeah, I mean, that's, for anyone who knows, that is not an easy trick. You have to bounce
fair,
off
I'm
a
not
Pixie midair.
I'm not HP2 player, I'm not Glitchless player usually, so...
Yeah, so Mark's stepping out of his comfort zone, but showing us that he can get most of these tricks under pressure in a marathon setting. It's really Pixie Proxy
like,
is
it's
quite difficult.
I had the mindset to actually show off strats, as many strats as I can, so that's why I played risky, because
excellent.
That was my idea, to just show off strats.
Yeah, great performance.
Well done.
Yeah,
thanks.
Good job, everybody.
Yeah, actually, everyone played well.
Yeah,
it was a close race.
Yeah, that was exciting as heck. We couldn't have asked for a better race from you guys. All right, any last minute chat things that I should answer? Any questions about the run or anything?
I do want to hop in and say that we did get a $30 donation from Artful saying spicy race, let's go.
Nice.
Artful.
I think just generally everybody saw really just how close that was. I think that's one of the closest races we've so far had in Potterthon 7.
This is why Harry Potter 2 used to be a really popular game to race. It's just so much can happen, you know. It really shows that doing a marathon run and doing an RTA PB attempt, doing a PB attempt, there's just you have to take an entirely different approach to it in a way. Like the ability to adapt to, I mean, like you saw staying calm under pressure. Like Jessica missed the bridge skip and she didn't phase her at all. She just went right back up and tried it again and got it, and that allowed her to win.
Yeah, that was absolutely perfectly performed by everybody.
Yes. All right. Any closing remarks, Keys or Luzak or anybody?
Yeah, it was fun to race.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
really enjoying this.
Next time, I'll be down for another one.
Yes,
yeah, same.
I actually didn't expect.
And I was ready all of the round, but
yeah.
Yeah, so Mark was definitely stepping out of his comfort zone a little bit with this one, and he had a great showing. Unfortunately, those pixies were trolling him. Like he wasn't just like messing up like that. He got a really bad cycle. I just want to explain to anyone like he was trying a hard trick on the worst cycle possible. So it's not like he just choked. It's not a choke really. It's just he just got screwed over, basically, and didn't adapt the strategy. But yeah, I think two people got Willow branch jump, so I am going to be donating 2 cheesy gordita crunches worth of monies to Potterthon.
Out of curiosity, how much are those worth?
They're super affordable from Taco Bell. They're only they're $3.69 and they're only 500 calories.
That is not bad. We are not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah, no, we are not affiliated with Taco Bell, but hit us up. So okay, where's the donate button?
We do also have another $10 by Tatted Raven Barista. And of course, I'm assuming we're about to have $7-ish.
As soon as I put my email in. So $7.35. Or 38, I think. Yeah, 38 cents. 7.38.
We're getting 7.38. from Terra, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what would make me think this. While he's finishing that out, I do want to say that next up will be a Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone PS1 100% race between Tigo and Raging Redneck. So make sure to stick about for all of that. It's going to be really interesting. And it's one of my favourite games, so I can't wait to watch that.
Oh, I gotta choose a donation incentive. World Cup team choice. What do we want to go with here? I don't really have a dog in that one.
Wasn't Australia ahead or something?
Well, actually, Jessica, you won the run, so you can choose which World Cup team am I voting for?
What?
There's a donation incentive for Quidditch World Cup. Which team should I vote for? There's Australia, Germany, France, and Japan, and England and Nordics too. Bulgaria, USA.
Well, if the Netherlands isn't on the list, then go for Germany.
Germany, you got it. Okay.
And on that as well, those polls will be coming to an end rather soon. We do have Nordics in the lead with 218, followed by USA with 215, and Australia just behind with 213 and 12 cents. So if you do want to see anything get stolen, now's your time. Get them in, because that run will be up after the PS1 100% race. So you've only got another 2.5 hours or so. So get those donos in.
All right, I sent the donation through. You'll be seeing it in a second.
Yep, the $7 is up on screen. Yep, 7:38. Think outside the box. TM.
Bong.
So thank you
Not
so much
sponsored by
everybody
Taco
for
Bell.
running, and thank you Tedder for commentating.
You're welcome. It was a great time.
We'll be taking a short break. Get
Yeah,
everything
commentating
sorted
was
for you
great,
guys.
Terry.
Thanks, Keys. I always love watching this category. It's definitely my favorite. And if you want to learn it, there is a tutorial on speedrun.com that takes you through most of the game. So I'll just link that in the chat.
Please.